We all hold the ability to live in our heart, and our heart will tell us the truth. The heart will tell us and guide us whether or not something is moral or immoral, ethical or unethical, because those universal laws and truths reside mostly as a barometer of the heart. So the key is to listen to your heart and not justify your behaviour in your head. And that's what the devil, the demons, want us to do. They're putting us in our head. You see what they showed me? They're putting us in our head. And they're wanting us to justify our bad behaviour. And they're turning everything around. You only have to look at some of the crap that's out there on YouTube justifying perverse sexuality, justifying, bad behaviour. And I'm not at all, like I said, I'm not religious. I have been involved in different religions from a perspective of wanting to know and wanting to understand and a search for knowledge, but not because what I found in those religions actually was that most people didn't live what they were preaching. And that made me very disappointed and very disgusted, actually. And even more bad behaviour was justified as a result, because one could go on Sunday and have our sins dissolved by some man sitting there in black and repeat the same thing on Monday. So for me, that didn't cut, And I also found in Buddhism was this detachment from the heart. It was about the mind and being detached. But there were good things about both sides, and also with Islam as well. So, religion is a trap. It's a trap for men to justify bad behaviour and controlling and having authority over others. You don't need a priest, an imam, or a monk to tell you how to live. You have it all in your heart. And the journey to the heart is sometimes lonely at first, and sometimes it's difficult because the head wants to justify. The mind wants to know. It searches out, It wants to justify. It wants to know why, how, when, and all this, but the heart accepts. So that's a whole different thing to talk about. But that whole experience that I had, I wanted to share with you, because it's basically what the demonic forces are doing at the moment, and how you can release yourself is by accepting Jesus Christ in your heart. And to also start to unravel and decode what has been coded in you around Jesus Christ and what it means to accept him. Because I know that some of you listening have been involved in the church and been very disappointed, so you push that away. Some of you want to justify the way that you've been living, so you've pushed it away. And some of you really understand what I'm saying and the truth of what I'm saying, right? Because it is important to bring that into our heart. I know I actually, since that experience was a few days ago, I feel like something has really shifted in me, and at times I feel like there is a crack in my head that's going on at the moment, when you have that sort of like dark night of the soul, because you're realizing a lot of things, and I'm seeing a lot more things a lot more clearly, and how this demonic energy has invaded so much of our daily lives, and so much of what we're experiencing at the moment. And it's the key to that is to and I think the reason they showed it to me was because also they're showing me the different levels of it and how it's permeated the different stages of society, but also I feel that they showed that to me to show me what I'm up against and what that Christ and energy can do, because it really dissipated as soon as I accepted that in my heart. It dissipated. It wasn't from my mind, from asking, from reaching out, Christ, please help me, Jesus, please help me. It didn't come from that. It came from me allowing that vibration to emanate from me. So it wasn't about him saving me. It was me allowing myself to accept that vibration is part of me. That was the important thing, the important lesson that I learned from it. So let me think if there's anything else, any other insight I can gather. I'm sure that some of you listening will sort of piece other things together about that, because I felt it was in layers, and I felt they were showing me that, oh, that's right, that I needed to know what I was dealing with in order to release not only myself but others from it. So its hold has to do with our mind, not our heart. And if you look, I think it's fascinating, if you look at, how we've all been in this lockdown and separated and all of this, and all the messages that it's giving us is that we should be afraid of each other. Another human being is the enemy. Human beings are the enemy, right? We are their enemy because we hold the light of God within us. They don't hold the light. So, they're kind of showing us in a way how powerful they are. And they're also showing us how they have permeated those 5 families that I spoke of. They have control of them, and they believe that they have control of us. And I don't think I think what it was showing me also too, it's not about us picking up a sword and killing. It's not about us doing that sort of thing. It's about us surrendering to the unity consciousness of Jesus Christ and what his teachings were. And it was very simple. It wasn't complicated. And all these men who were scholars of the Bible or whatever, interpreting it in their own way and saying, well, women have to behave like that and men have to behave like this, and all this crap is just pushing us all away, because they are controlled opposition to Jesus's word also. And it's not about some other force controlling us either. Jesus didn't control his disciples. He didn't control the community that followed him. He wasn't their authority figure, not at all. So, I think that religion has a lot to answer for, and it has been a key to this demonic entry, actually. And so I'd suggest that people do a little bit of research on that as well. But I just wanted to share that with you because I think I'm going to do more on that Christed energy and how we can tap into it. But really it's about sitting in your heart. It's as simple as that, calling it into your heart and allowing it to be present in your being. And that will influence then your mind, because, I've been saying this for years. The mind is in service to the heart. And that's the truth. So with that, I will love you and leave you, and I look forward to any comments and any insights that people might have about that experience that I had. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Lots of love. Please subscribe and do all of that. Bye.